Hi, and thanks for joining me. Today, I'd like to share with you how you can improve your home digital recording studio. Let's get started. Well, they finally did it. They got us to start streaming online. We didn't want to. We went kicking and screaming. Some of us hate being in front of the camera so much that it took a global pandemic just to get us to do it. But congratulations, here we are. The only question that remains is, how can we improve our digital content? And more specifically, how can we create digital content as a digital conversation? You know, when the shelter-in-place orders came down, a lot of things changed in our world. And for those of us in ministry, communication changed. We went from meeting locally to now reaching globally, from meeting in large gatherings to now meeting in small gatherings, and from preaching to having digital dialogue. It's true, for most of us, the distance between the pulpit and the pew has been greatly reduced. So how do we adapt our communication to this new format? We need to remember that our communication is most effective when we structure it as a digital conversation. And every element in the home digital recording studio needs to lead people into a digital conversation. Today I'd like to talk to you about 3 effective ways that we can improve our digital content as a digital conversation. First, let's talk about camera placement. Whether you choose to stand or to sit, always place the camera at eye level. Why at eye level? Because this is the way that we normally have conversations with people out in the real world. Placing the camera even just a few inches lower than eye level changes the tone of the conversation and begins to distort your face in unflattering ways. In cinema, the only time a camera is ever off eye level is to emphasize something unnatural. A low camera angle is often used to show power and dominance over somebody. A high camera angle is used to show fear, vulnerability, and uncertainty. For effective digital conversations, remember to always place the camera at eye level. And remember, try to place yourself and the camera away from a blank wall. Placing yourself away from a blank wall creates more depth in your shot. And if you're going to place yourself in the camera away from a wall, try to place yourself in front of a large, soft, natural-looking light source, like a large window. For today's video, I chose to set up the home studio in a conversational style. You know, some of the best digital content out there is structured this way. Take, for instance, the Masterclass content. Masterclass is a series of online classes by successful people teaching us how to be successful. And although they had an almost unlimited production budget, they chose to structure their content as a conversation. Today, Masterclass is one of the most successful and relatable learning platforms. And almost always, they teach from a sitting position with a camera at eye level and large, natural-looking lights. Speaking of light, something that's even more important than good camera placement is good light. And one thing that helps create a natural digital conversation is a large, soft, natural-looking light source, like an LED light, and diffusion materials so that it's even softer. If you have or can purchase a large, soft LED light source, place it above eye level at 45 degrees from you. If you have a second light, place it opposite the main light to create a rim light or a hair light. That light doesn't need to be diffused. I'll leave some affordable lighting options in the description below. This look can also be easily achieved by standing next to a large window with a lot of soft, natural light. Great natural light can make anyone look good in practically any camera. In fact, this entire video is being shot exclusively on a smartphone. It's true, creating good, high-quality digital content doesn't take a huge budget. In fact, I'm going to show you how you can improve your home studio with the use of 3 simple things. Number 1, a light bulb, preferably daylight balanced. Number 2, a disposable Dixie cup. And number 3, a large white sheet of paper. If you don't have a large window with soft diffused light and you don't have video lights, You can create a soft diffused light by bouncing light off a large sheet of paper or even off a white wall. Place a bright light above eye level, then shine the light towards the large white surface so that the light bounces off to where you will stand. Then try to stand as close as you can to the light for a more flattering look. Then place a second light opposite the main source of light to give you a nice hair light. This is the lighting setup that I used to create this video. One very large and soft light source placed at 45 degrees on one side, and one light source placed directly across from it. This is what it would look like without the use of the two large soft LED lights. Whenever you're shooting in a home studio, always turn off the overhead light as it leaves a very unflattering look. If you don't have a tripod for your recording device, you can easily make one out of a disposable cup. Simply take a cup and score a couple of marks just the width of your recording device, and take some scissors and cut it out. Then, if you have a tripod, you can try to score a small hole at the bottom of the cup and place it on a tripod. If you have a nut and some pliers, you can tighten the cup to the head of a tripod. You'd be surprised at the production quality that you can get by placing your recording device and stabilizing it with a disposable cup and a tripod. If you don't have a tripod, you can always use a stack of books to place your recording device and your cup to bring them to eye level. And finally, let's talk about audio. You know, good camera placement combined with a great natural looking light source will help us to create great digital content. But let me tell you, the most important element in digital content creation is great audio. Right now, in order to record this video, I'm using a lapel mic. It's similar to the one that many of us use in church settings. If you want to improve your digital content, you must improve your audio. I've just disconnected my lapel so that you can hear what this would normally sound like if I didn't have a recording device like a lapel or another high quality microphone. Using a good microphone is essential for creating great digital content. Unfortunately, you can't connect the average microphone directly to a smartphone. Even a mini jack microphone won't work, as the connectors don't match up. You'll need a smartphone mic. The Rode SmartLab Plus is a great plug-in solution to record audio directly to an iPhone or an Android device. And at $79, it's a good investment. Here's another solution from Saramonic. It will allow you to plug in any XLR mic through a Lightning adapter. I use a device called the iRig Pre. It comes with a preamp. With the iRig, I can plug in any XLR microphone, including anything you might use for worship on Sabbath morning, directly into your iPhone or Android device, and you can record directly into your computer as well. And at $39, it's a great investment. Here's what my setup looks like. I wear a wireless lapel mic that talks to a receiver unit. Then I connect the receiver unit to the iRig preamp. Then I simply connect the iRig to my recording device, and I'm ready to record. I put a link to all this gear in the description below. Well, there you have it. 3 simple things that you can do to improve your home studio. Good camera placement, good light, and great audio. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was helpful. If you happen to have any questions about anything that we discussed, please leave a comment down below. I'm going to leave some links to some tutorials and to some of the gear that we use. God bless you as you continue to develop content to nurture digital conversations.